How you doing, Swade? Riverboat captain. Hope all the gambling on that boat's going well. Al, how you doing? Dudley, what's up? Michael, how you doing? Oh, it's starting to rain on me. I gotta pick up the pace. I was gonna walk to the cafeteria too to get some breakfast. And excuse me, my jacket I'm wearing wouldn't put up with rain, so no breakfast for me. What's up, trucking? I can't see it, the light. Trucking with me, whatever it is. Oh man. Christopher, how you doing? Kiana, what's up? Randy. Yeah, exactly. Where's my truck? There it is. Exactly. Looking for bags. I wanted to steal something to do from them. But, so Kiana, I made it here last night. Oh, man. It was a little nerve-wracking. The fuel light came on. It kept going on and off. And then I didn't realize I had no def in this thing. I went 200 and it was 149 miles. It was 260 miles with only one square of def. I was waiting for that thing to go yellow. It was nerve-wracking. Hey, Hup, so hey, I made it. I made it. It actually, the fuel gauge stopped right above where it turns red for a long time. And then it started going, you know, turning the light on and off as I was going up and down the hills on Missouri 13. But I made it. How you doing, Jason? It's going good. My son was hip. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he's okay. I'm doing pretty good, Harmony. I'm going to be going home tonight. My daughter's going to give me a ride home, so I'm going to actually go live from the house after I shower and everything, because the wife won't be home till freaking 11:30 tonight because of work, so I'm going to be bored off my ass. Although I might sleep, man. I don't know why. I slept about 2 hours. So what is that? I've got about 4 hours in me for the last 3 days. You know what they say, if you don't sleep, you'll eventually die. How you doing, Trucker Gray? Ergo, what's happening? It's all good. It's all good. Well, tomorrow I get to go to the doctors, and hopefully everything's okay, and so I can get back with my normal life and quit being worried and everything. But all of a sudden I broke out in moles, which is not good. They're abnormal looking. And they just started coming on over the last, I would say, month. And I even got one on my face, and that sucker is actually growing. And I had a melanoma scare one time. So, needless to say, I'm a little worried. Oh, look, a little mini truck. A little mini. It's a little blue dirty. It's a little blue dirty. Cool, huh? Yeah, I'm parked outside of inbound. I went through inbound last night to fuel up, and they started checking the trailer. I said, hey, man, you know, I'm going to be bringing this trailer back empty, and you guys can have at it. You guys can have at it because it's not an air leak. But I parked outside inbound because when I get ready to leave, I don't need to be getting stuck behind a bunch of trucks. Make me late to my or my 90. Yeah, me too. Driver was suspended for not paying property tax. I just reinstated it now. DMV, oh, your driver's license. Okay, this affects my chances of getting the prime. It shouldn't if you got everything taken care of. If you look at my MVR and see it not there, I think what you're trying to say. Yeah, I mean, if you took care of it, I don't see why. I'm paying property tax, reinstated it. Yeah, it's weird. Some states will do that. I mean, you don't pay your property tax. I didn't pay. I don't know. That was income taxes back in 2007 when the economy tanked. I didn't pay income taxes for almost a year. I had to pay them off over. It took me like 5 years to pay them off. What's happening, Adrian? How you doing? But I figured I'd just pop on here. I was going to walk over to the cafeteria and get some breakfast, but it's way on the other side of the lot, and this thing will absorb water like crazy. So I said, forget it. Forget it. I'll eat when I'm done with delivering this load. No worries. There you go. No worries. But look at this little freaking contraption. This guy's running around. What the hell, man? It's like a mini. It's like a mini whatchamacallit thingy. I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what he's doing. Good morning, warrior. I think that's easier to say than your name. Whoops, sorry. Probably made you guys all sick. Two current points on my MVR motor vehicle record. Both were speeding 10 miles or less. Yeah, best thing you can do is talk to a recruiter, because you can have things. I just don't know how many things you can have and for how long. They're doing some kind of gardening over here. You know, they got these gardeners going, screw that, quit putting money in gardening and put some money in some employees to run inbound, outbound. Last night I was here at 4:30, it was 4 in the morning, and it took me like an hour to get through inbound. I mean, I sat out in front of the door for like 15 minutes before they even opened the door, and then for them to fuel my truck, it took forever. What's up, Keith? How you doing? But yeah, I was shaking. I was shaking like a leaf coming in last night with no fuel. You know, because I don't know how long this truck will run on empty before it runs out of fuel. I don't want to find out either. My trainer, he'd have us go 125 miles with the light on, which would freak me out. We were in the Colorado mountains. It's like, you know, going up and down hills, eventually it's going to get an air bubble. But the weird thing is they only put 114 gallons in the truck to fill it back up. So I'm wondering if the little lightweights have smaller tanks. I asked the guy, he didn't know. But yeah, I wonder if the lightweights don't carry 200 gallons. If the lightweight carries 200 gallons, you're going to tell me I had like 80, 60, 70 gallons left in the tank when the light comes on? That's wild. That is wild, man. Wild. Kiana, if you're still listening or whatnot, you might be driving. Let's see. You were making food at that time. Yeah, you might be driving. So if you are, cool. But man, that stuff you made last night, man, I'm still hungry from it. I'm still hungry from it. When was the last time I ate? I ate yesterday morning. I wonder why I'm hungry. It's the other thing that happens in trucking, man, is you'll forget to eat. You'll forget to eat. Not like I can, I can't, I mean, what the hell? All these trucks don't have butt flaps on them. Oh man, that's so cool. I wonder if Prime is getting rid of the butt flaps. Let's see what year these trailers are. That is a, what does that say? Yeah, it's a 2019. And that is a 2019 too. Or is that the same trailer? Yeah, that's the same one. No. Yeah, so they're both 2019s. They're both brand new trailers, along with the one I have right now, and none of them have butt flaps on them. So I wonder if Prime finally got smart and decided, you know what, let's not waste money on these butt flaps because no one's using them and they're backing them into doors and everything else. The tank has it written on the side how much it fits. Oh, well, that's right, it does, don't it? I remember that on the old truck. Hit the like button. Yeah, there you go. Hi John, how you doing? All right, I want to see how many gallons this truck carries, because I can't believe they only put 114 gallons in it when it was below empty. Okay, I do not feel okay. That's a 100-gallon tank. I know the other side's going to be 100-gallon. So damn, this thing's got some major reserve on it. Yep, 100-gallon. 200 gallons. I was just into the red with the light finally came on steady, and they only put 114 gallons in it, and he topped it off like you would, where, you know, it's not just that it clicked off. He pulled it up and, you know, he pulled it up and squirted more in there. So, yeah, that's a lot of reserve, man. A lot of reserve. Now I can drive this truck another 100 miles when the light's on. Oh, man. But yeah, when I come back, I'll drop this trailer. Probably, I don't know what they'll have me do with it. I want to drop the trailer and go eat, man. What's happening, Max? It's going good, man. It's going good. I can't complain. If I complain, what's it gonna get me? Punch in the face. I think you're saying go get a steak. What, at the cafe? They have steak in the cafe, and it always looks and smells good, but otherwise, if I had to go anywhere, I'd have to Uber. Alright, Kiana. Drive safe. Hopefully you're not going, oh, you're going to Salt Lake. Yeah, you should, it should be good. I think the weather's pretty okay everywhere other than the, what is it, the I-29 over in Kansas, and the, I think the I-80 is now flooded, over in Nebraska. So all that flooding going on, I don't know, I guess, is that from snow melt, or is it raining like a bitch over there? I don't know, man. But I would much rather go around an accident or a flood than the road conditions are so bad from snow. My drive the last, although that one area was pretty freaky because I was going so fast, I super trucked it through the slick spots. Dr. Feelgood. Hey, what is that, Bo? Dr. Feelgood, I like that. Oh, man. But otherwise, last couple of days, man, our last week or so have been beautiful. Oh, other than that freaking mountaintop, I forgot about that. Going to Idaho, but now I know next time if I'm ever going that way and my app says that it's going to be snowing up over 7,000 feet, find a way around, because there's got to be a way around. Yeah, somebody put in my comments the way around that mountain, which that's the way I'm going next time. Lucas, what's happening, man? What's happening? Lucas showed up and done burned up my live feed with his presence. Damn. He's the one that super trucks. He's the one that makes Prime feel right. Oh man. I am anything but a super trucker, that's for sure. Oh shoot. The only time I super truck it is by accident. You brokered it. Yep, you broke it. You broke it. Yep, Lucas. Oh, look at that. They're getting a whole freaking load. They're getting a whole freaking load of deer guards. I don't know who makes their deer guard, but they suck. They don't powder coat them for shit. Mine's already rusting. This truck has got, what, 25,000 miles on it, and the deer guard's already starting to rust. Big Dirty's deer guard was almost rusted through. The mountain wants to kill you? What mountain are you in? And yeah, them mountains do want to kill you. Them mountains do want to kill you, especially when you're loaded heavy. They want to kill you. They want to take your brakes from you. But yeah, man, this freaking truck, this transmission in this truck is acting goofy as hell. I had to manually shift it a couple of times last night. I was jake braking it down a hill, and once the hill was done and I went to accelerate again, I took the jake brake off, and it stayed in that gear and freaking was pegging like 2,000 RPMs, and the alarms were going on, or no, about 2,500 because the alarms went off. It was way up there, and I had to finally manually shift it into the next gear, and then coming here, coming off the, what is that, the 44 onto the 65, when I slowed down and make that turn, I went to go again, the damn truck wouldn't go. I looked at it, it was in 11th gear, and I was at like 20 miles an hour. So I had to downshift it. It's got a retarded transmission. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a new truck first part of April. First part of April, I'll be getting a new truck. I don't know what kind of truck or how new it's going to be. The only way I'll know that if I decide to go lease, but otherwise I think my fleet manager is going to have a truck waiting here for me because he asked the details of the truck, this truck. I don't know, Lucas, man. I don't know if my wife's going to get health insurance at where she works in about 3 months, so I could Cobra my insurance here for that amount of time, so we don't have a lapse in insurance. But I really think I'm going to make that decision on the fly. First things first is I got to see what truck I'm getting, if the truck's going to be worth leasing, because I won't be able to sit and wait around for a damn truck. Because my plan, if I was going to lease, yeah, April's not far. My plan, if I was going to lease, is I would, because I have to be off for the 4 or 5 days for the train the trainer class, that I would sign a lease on my last day so I get the full week of truck payment. So what I'm thinking, if the truck I'm getting is decent, I'll just lease that truck. That way I don't have to wait for a truck, because they don't have any damn trucks here. If the truck's a piece of crap, then what I would do is run for a couple more weeks, get money going again, and then lease a different truck. But I already told the wife that I'm going to lease. I'm just not, and I told her that more than likely it's going to be on the fly, and I'm going to do it when I'm here. Because I think I took the lease class when I upgraded, but they said when I went to leasing, they said there's one other class I'd have to take. It's a new thing you have to do. Yeah, exactly, Noah. That's why I would lease the truck that I'm getting for the company truck. You can, I mean, you can do that. You can just lease your company truck. I could lease this one. They wanted to lease me Little Dirty. I called them, and our Big Dirty. I called them to talk about leasing, and I said, well, can I just lease this truck so I don't have to change trucks? And she said, yeah. The only problem was is that truck only had 6 months left on its available lease, which would have been fine. That would have been fine. I mean, because I wouldn't, I would like to do a short-term lease anyways. But Bags was saying the lease is okay for someone who wants to stay out 5-6 weeks, which is fine. I normally stay out 5-6 weeks before I go home. It's just I've been around Springfield so much, bringing loads here and stuff. It's like, well, I'm going to go home for the night. But this works out perfect because I'm scheduled to come back on Wednesday, which is going to be, Monday on Monday, and then which is going to fall on this week's paycheck. And then Wednesday will be on. So I'm only going to miss, like 1.5 days. And this week's paycheck's going to be killer. I mean, I got a lot of miles this week. It seems like the last 2 weeks I got a lot of miles. What's up, Johnny? Because, Johnny, I feel secure. I feel secure, all zipped up. I'm insecure. No, man, it was freaking cold out there, dude. It's like, I mean, I just woke up and I went in there to go use the restroom, and I was going to go eat, and it started raining. It's like, damn it, this is not a rain jacket. And my rain jacket's way too heavy, and I'm not wearing my yellow jacket, my work jacket in there. It's too filthy. It's gross. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to buy. Well, God, I can just wait till next winter and just buy a new one then. Throw that one out. Okay, Harmony. David, I guess I'll be at Prime in 2021 when I can reapply. I hope I'm not dead by then. Damn, 2021. That's a wait. Are you gonna run somewhere else at least? What's your average miles a week as company? It's okay. I'll be KLM for 2 years. Okay, Kale. Okay, at least you're making money and you're trucking. Okay, you want to see what my average miles is? I can give you 3 weeks worth of. Well, does somebody have a calculator? Because I can't use mine because I'm on this. I can give you 3 weeks of mileage and then we can average it out. Or might be able to do it in my head. No, because I got to add up 4 things of miles. Anyone got a calculator? You guys are probably all in the same boat I am. Okay, here we go. Add this up. 782, 852, 887, and 103. What's the total on that? Yeah, head math will hurt me. 2624. Okay, 2624. Okay, so now add 2624, 1820, and oh damn, I got to do the math on this one. 9, 10, 14, 6, 12, 18, 20, 5, 9, 13, 15, 25. Okay, so this is only 3 weeks. This is going to be my paycheck video, but I only got 3 weeks worth of it. I got to do this week will be, or no, next week will be 4 weeks. So on January 6th, I did 1,820 miles. On the 13th, I did 2624. And on the 2nd, oh, I got them out of order. I did 2504. So what is that? If you add that all up, you got 20, 40, 50, 50, 68, 69, 44, 48. So you got 69, 48. Divide that by 3, and you'll have the miles. There you go. All right, so average that. But you seen I had 2 big weeks. I mean, they're all decent miles. The 1800 mile, the 1820, I only have 2 runs that week. So I'm betting, but then again, I only have 2 runs this week. And this week, okay, we can do this week's because this week's over. Check it out. This week is going to be, where's it at? Oh, damn, I didn't write it down yet. That's weird. I didn't write it down. I normally do. This week I'm going to have roughly, this was 1,500 miles, and the last one was 900 and something. So I'm going to have like 2,400 miles this week. Yeah, it seems like all of a sudden I'm just running big weeks. So it's not bad. Now, I always tell people expect somewhere to 1,800 to 2,300 miles. That's 2,316. So yeah, I mean that's not bad, right? What's up, KDS? How you doing? I'm hoping to be at Prime within a month and a half. That's cool, Christian. That's nice, Zach. It's nice. That's one thing about going lease is you don't have to worry about the miles. You just got to worry about the revenue. You can be making big money for little miles or little money for big miles. I know when I was with my trainer, God, we went like 500 miles and they paid him like $1,900. I was like, what the hell? It was over in Montana. It was nuts, man. Waiting to turn 21. Cool. I'll have to check out KDS. Hopefully getting a call today from my recruiter at Jim Palmer. Cool, Lucas. Oh, you mean you're not coming here, Lucas, so I can kick you in the ass? You know why I said that. Oh, see that? You hear that? I finally figured out how to turn my freaking notifications on for Instagram and my email. I had them turned on, but they didn't have any sound to them. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, damn, there's freaking more emails. Why don't I not hear it? So I went in there and figured it out how to do it. I used to be good at that kind of stuff. Albert, how you doing? What's up? St. Paul. Okay, cool. It's all good, Albert. It's all good. I wish I could go to California. Oh, yeah. That's okay. Jim Palmer, you can be at this, you can let me know when you're hitting up Springfield Terminal, because a lot of Jim Palmer guys come here. I'll come over and kick you in the ass then. No, I'm gonna rent the truck basically. Anyone who leases here and they don't do a lease purchase, you're renting the truck. That's all you're doing. Is you're rent. That's like leasing a car. You're basically just renting the car at a better deal than renting it, unless you buy it at the end. But no, it's going good, Terry. It's going good. So now you're going to leave your sound for notifications on to be ready. Oh, yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that, man. Sorry. Here, let me just go like this. Boom. Okay, they're off. You're right. Yeah, because that can blow your freaking eardrums out, man. I know when I watch some of my videos back and the alarm comes on, it's like, holy crap, people are going to hate me for that one. I hope my alarm still goes off to let me know it's time to leave. Yeah, it's 11:06, 12, 1, 2. I'm going to leave about 12:30, 12:45. I had to tell my recruiter I really wanted to come to Prime, but all good. You never know. I'll be there at least. No. You didn't try Jim Palmer Trucking? Nothing is 100% tax deductible. I don't know if you're talking about a lease purchase, Suede, but nothing is 100% deductible. Meaning, yeah, because some people think when they write something off on taxes, like they send in a weight ticket for $11.50, that they get that $11.50 back. That's not the way it works. But if you're talking about, yeah, you can write off 100%. I mean, you can send in 100% of the cost of the truck. Yes, you can. You're just not getting 100% back. When I had my business, you know, my cell phones, I couldn't write off 100% of them because I used it personally too. And my accountant, we used to always go up to about 75%, 80%, and I was never audited. It's the people who cram, you know, they're writing off everything and everything out there at 100%. Those are the ones that get audited. I mean, I didn't write off 100% of my mileage on my work truck because I didn't use it. You know, I did take it to the stores here and there, and you don't want them because technically you're supposed to have all your mileages written down when you're using a vehicle for work. It was a work truck with signs on it, but still, I didn't want them to ask for that, so I didn't do 100% of nothing, so I didn't get audited. Cool. Lease with Prime, you pay more to lease than you do to buy a truck, though. Yeah, but you got to put like 15 grand down to buy a truck if you're doing a lease purchase. Johnny, my wife don't even want me home, man. My wife don't even want me home. So yeah, she'd be good with that. And I'd still only be out 5, 6 weeks at a time and go home for a day or two. I know you're on the fence about lease. God knows I'm on the fence. Heard from other lease drivers as well as the success leasing guys that if I decide to do it, this is the best time of the year to jump in. Yeah, my fleet manager, last year, November, December, I told him that I'm thinking of leasing. And he told me, wait till April. He said, get out of the weather. And he goes, freight's going to slow down. He goes, wait till April. Max, I'm gonna become a trainer second week of April. And yeah, you can always ask. They do a profile bullshit thing supposed to match you with trainers, but it's a bunch of nonsense. You'll see when you take it. You'll be like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever took. Yeah, I mean, 100% tax deductible, meaning you can write off the tractor as you use it 100% for work, but you're not, you know, if you paid $80,000 for the tractor, you're not getting $80,000 back. You only get a percentage, a very small percentage. I mean, that would be great. I mean, if you could get 100% of the money back, everybody would lease. But I think I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, because, yeah, you can write off 100% of the monies, but you're not getting 100% of that money back. It's happening, Will. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, no, I mean, if you got the money, I wouldn't even do a lease purchase with the prime truck. I'd go to, because they're still high. I would go to a leasing company, or yeah, or buy a used truck, and go that route. If you got the money for a down payment, and you got good credit, which I have great credit, um, you can just go buy one somewhere for a fraction of the cost, man. All right, I need to get some shut eye. Did we catch you on the next video? Drive safe. By the way, where are you at? I'm at Springfield Terminal. I'm delivering right up the street at the caves. And then I got to wait till 5 o'clock tonight for my daughter to come pick me up and take me home. But you have a good sleep. And if you're up later, I'm going to go live from the house tonight, because I'm going to be bored as hell and the wife won't be there. Profile. What's your favorite movie? You mean that kind of thing? Okay, so what's your favorite movie? Huh? Are you asking me what my favorite movie is? If you're asking me, hell, I'd probably say The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates, man. You didn't try Jim Palmer Trucking? You should. I mean, that's basically, I swear, Prime owns that. But you'd pull Prime Freight, and you can come, their terminal's across the way over here, but you can come to the Prime terminal and, hang out here and all that good stuff. Yeah, good night, or good day, Harmony. Yeah, Lone Mountain. Yeah, you just got to make sure you get something with the warranty, buy the extended warranty or something, even though they don't cover everything. You don't want to be caught with your pants down. Oh, shit, KDS. Let's go back. Skipped what comment? I don't see no comment back here, man. What are you talking about? Oh, this one, if anyone is about to go to Prime, I got some recent videos on PSD orientation and TNT. Is that the one you're talking about, bud? KDS, it's all good, man. I'd never do you like that, bro. We're good. Truck driver, what's happening, man? What's happening? I'm in Springfield till probably 5:30 tonight. I have a delivery at 2, but I'm hoping it don't take very long. I'm doing my first 8-2 split. I'm excited. Otherwise, if it don't work out, I'm screwed. I'll be delivering this load outlaw. Hope I don't get popped by the DOT. Down payment on your lease purchase and pay that off in 3 years. After the 3 years, you'll be... Yeah, 1 year, you're not going to get enough money to put money down on a lease purchase. And I don't know if you can lease for 1 year unless you find a used truck that only has a year left on its lease. I don't think you can walk in and go, okay, I just want to lease for 1 year. I think it's minimum 3 years, unless they have a truck that the lease is going to be over in less time. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think I seen a video or something like that from LaShawn Parks that said that. Terry, I don't know. I'll probably be home around 6:30 or so. I got to throw laundry in the washer. I got to take a shower. I got to kiss and hug my dogs for a little while, and then I'll probably go live. But I'm not sure what time it will be. I thought you have to lease through Prime as a lease operator. No, you can lease on to Prime. Their sign out front, the big glowing one, owner-operators can come here. So if you're leasing a truck from somewhere else, you're basically an owner-operator. So you're gonna you can lease on to Prime and pull their freight. Lone Mountain is crap. There's nothing but bad things about them. Yeah, I heard that too. Lickety split. How you doing, by the way? After 2 years, RTR, they require... Okay, hold on. Kyle, after 2 years over the road, they require... What do they require? What do they require? What do they require? No, it's after... Okay, fuck, you guys done lost me. KDS says, no, it's after that. Sitting on a job waiting to pour some concrete. Oh, that sounds fun. What's up, Big John? Lucas, or just do like LaShawn and lease all your trucks from the Prime dealership. They seem to be pretty good. Yeah, I think what LaShawn's doing is he's leasing turned-in trucks. I know because I seen a video. I mean, you can tell they're Prime trucks, and I think him and both Woody is doing the same thing. But it's funny because, you know, leasing at Prime got Woody where he's at, but yet he talks shit about leasing at Prime, which is kind of stupid. I don't know. Same thing. Leasing at Prime got LaShawn where he's at. I don't know if he talks crap about Prime's lease though. But, you know, if something makes you, you shouldn't talk crap about it. That's just not cool. 3 for reefer, 4 for flatbed and tanker. Okay, that's what the lease is. What you're making model are Prime trucks, or does it vary? It varies, Warrior. There's a lot of Freightliners, but they're getting a ton of internationals in. And then there's some Peterbilts. Or I like to call them penis builts. Penis built. Oh, man. Okay, shut up, David. Nothing older than 3-year trucks. Yeah, exactly. That's like Big Dirty. She was going to be 3 years old in June. Her lease was over in June. And they actually told me, you know what, if you lease this now, it has 4 months left on the lease. After 3 months, you can order a brand new truck and have it spec'd out the way you want. But it was right in the middle of when Big Dirty was being a nasty little skank. So I decided not to lease it. It could be from the proteins in you, and you might have drank too much water. There's variables that cause the faded line, but it's not registering trucks. Oh, okay, you guys are talking. Okay. Yeah, LaShawn pulls Prime Freight. Woody pulls Prime. They all work for RST. What RST, I believe, just pulls from Prime Freight. All of them. And then you got little guy who talked crap about Prime, and now he's pulling Prime Freight. It's funny. All right, you're in a penis-built truck. It's not a shot, like a bad shot. It's just everybody getting a Peterbilt's like the thing to do. So it's, you know, you're flaunting your big dingle dangle. It's not a shot. It's when I think of Peterbilt's, and especially the old ones, man, they were just running down the road going, "I'm a man." Right. I look at crazy line and still faint. Okay, God, I'm ready to upgrade. Yeah, I hear you, KDS. LaShawn owns and operates PMG. They do power only loads for Prime. Yeah, that's PMG. So he's not with RST anymore, because he was with RST. Are you sure? I think he's with RST. PMG's just his LLC. Or, no, that's his company. Because his LLC is On Point Trucking. Huh. I'm headed right up the street, like 1.5 miles to the caves. I'm going to go in the caves and drop some poop out of the back of my truck. Then I'm coming back here, and I was going to do laundry here, man, and get it out of the way. I have no freaking laundry detergent. Ooh, but the Prime store will be open. I bet you they have some. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might wait till I get home, because I don't know exactly what time my daughter gets off work. I think she gets off at 4:30, and she'll be here at 5. So I'll come back here, I'll go get something to eat, and then I'll just hang out and stare at the freaking walls for a couple hours. I really need to get a beater, man. This is really can be depressing. You know how many times I've been sitting right where I'm at on a 10-hour break and I can't go home because it's, you know, it's dark and my wife don't drive at night, or she's, you know, working. It's probably direct deposit, or it's direct deposit. I think it's probably direct deposit, or is it hard copy, or both? It's direct deposit, and you get a statement, a settlement in your email if you so choose to get it in your email. Get an Audi for a beater? Aren't those expensive, even probably as beaters? Yeah, man. I mean, it's funny because I, you know, born and raised in California, came to Missouri about 6 months ago, and the beaters out here are rusted out pieces of crap. In California, beater has just got a lot of miles on it. There ain't no rust. But it sucks, man, because unless I start stacking some dollars here, which can't seem to do for some reason, I can't, because I went to buy a beater like 3 weeks ago and told the wife, hey, man, hook me up with the $1,000, you know, out of the checking. And then she looks at me and said, what $1,000? I'm like, huh? What do you mean? There should be thousands in there. And no. I feel you, give you peace of mind. Okay, he's talking about the strips. Okay, bro, Prom's a great place, but people who clean the bunk rooms are nasty. Never been in a bunk room, so I know nothing about those. Well, David, if you work on it yourself like me, no, it's actually cheap. I'm sorry, Will. I can't think of what that would be an answer to. If you work on it like me, it's actually cheap. I'm sorry, man. What if you lived in Rolla, Missouri? Would they let you drive? Yeah, I believe you can take the truck home, because there's going to be somewhere between here and Rolla where you can drop the trailer. So I believe you can take the truck home. That's basically what he told me. He said, because I'm dropping the trailer here at Prime, that means it's the closest to your house, and I only live 32 miles away. He said if you lived, I forget what I mean, I could be wrong there. I don't know what the actual mileage is away from Prime before they let you take the truck home. So that's something you'd probably have to ask. I probably wouldn't ask a recruiter. I'd ask your fleet manager. Oh, the Audi. Sorry, man. See? Freaking brain fade, dude. Oh, yeah, I can work. I've worked on cars my whole life. My whole life. I will do, KDS. I'll get it. I'll hit you up, man. A Mercedes. Man, you guys are trying to get me all these freaking pain in the ass. No, you know what I want? I want a freaking rotted out Ford Ranger or S10 or something like that, to where I can throw some crap in the back if need to. But KDS, is your channel just KDS or what? All right, now you guys are fucking with me, you pricks. Bugatti. You know, I was thinking about getting like a motorcycle, because you probably find one cheap, but then I thought about it. The weather's always fucked out here. I'd end up dead. No, I haven't been to San Diego yet. The farthest south I've been in California was like Fontana, Colton. I worked with Julie Stiles, I think it is. I just gave somebody her phone number. Throw your thing in your in my email, and I'll send you her information. She was awesome, man. I'm telling you. I called her, told her, you know, what was going on, that I'm thinking of coming to Prime probably in a month or so. And she said, okay, that's cool. She gave me some information. And she said, yeah, give me a call when you're ready. And I actually called when I was ready and talked to her, and I told her what was going on, that I'm moving, and she was the one who suggested I go to Salt Lake, and I'm so glad she did. Um, and then she, she kind of told me, and when you're doing it, don't let her, you don't really need to give them the that you're going to be moving and da da da. Just go ahead and go there and do your thing. And then she told me that, they really don't like you not to be out for less than this many weeks. And yeah, she gave me the rundown, and she's like, so if this is, not for you, don't even bother, because you'll be hooked on 4,000 some dollars if you don't do your year. I was with some coworkers working on the road, and one of the guys said, wow, there's a lot of trucker bombs here. Like I was in the truck, and the trucker bombs. Yeah, it's freaking gross, man. It's gross. I don't know what's wrong with people. Danger Ranger. It's bad. Yeah, click on my name and it'll show, go to channel. Yeah, but I can't do it while I'm on a live. I've done it before. It shuts me down. It shuts me down. That's why if you ever notice, a lot of people will say, hey, is that the real KDS? Somebody let me know, because they can't go to your channel. Somebody else has to go to your channel. Oh, God, yeah. Out here, you can get a Ranger for freaking 800 to 1,000, with some rust on it, with some lot of rust on it, but it'll pass inspection. And I only need something that's going to get me from the terminal and back X amount of times a year, It's not like I'm getting it so I can commute every day. I'll put a battery kill switch on it, so when I leave it, you flip the switch and it kills your battery, so you don't have to worry about coming back to a dead battery, and you're good to go. I had a work truck at the company I worked for years ago. It was a brand new truck, and after about a year, if the truck sat for more than about 12 hours, the battery would be dead. So if I got in it every morning, it would just start, but the weekends it was always dead. So I put a Ford solenoid on it and a switch in here. So Friday night, you just flip the switch down and it would disconnect the battery, and then you'd have it would start Monday morning, because I got sick of jump starting it. Come to New York, I can get you all the rotted out Rangers you want. Yeah, no kidding. But I don't want, I want something that's not going to completely fall apart. I was thinking about, my brother for a while I didn't even know. I just talked to him. He was selling cars. My brother gets into all kinds of stuff. He does trees every year, pumpkins every year. But he opened up a dealership, and he closed it. He said it was too much of a pain in the neck to have people working. They just didn't. But he goes, I've got a couple cars left. If you want, I can, pay to have it shipped up there, and then just pay me for it when you get the money. But it's like a freaking nice Mustang, man, for $4,500. I was like, man, I don't need a nice Mustang that's going to rot sitting in the parking lot here. Jeez. It's KDS. Okay. We'll look up how to get a solid line on drug test tomorrow. Okay. You guys, what are you guys on that's fucking your drug test stuff, if I may ask? Kevin Gates. It would be nice to have two phones. As a matter of fact, I need to text my daughter and ask her. I gave her my old phone, but she got a new one just recently, and I want to ask her if she found it, because then I could go live on that phone and have this phone, use the data off this phone to, hotspot it to that phone, so I can use that one as a camera and then have mine for things. And a Mercedes. Shut up, KDS, you joker. You mentioned for fuel mileage, gear ratio makes a big difference in any vehicle. Do you know the gear ratio in Little Dirty? No, but Little Dirty turns about 1,100 RPMs, which is low. I think Big Dirty ran at like 13 or 14. I think I'm braking about 8 miles per gallon now, but last night I hot dogged it here wide open. 62 for 260 miles because I had no time. You're joking, right, Will? Oh, shit. Shit me some. Oh, God. Heroin, shut up. I was thinking like pot or something, man. Time's 11:30. Cool. But yeah, man, I gotta save up and get a car. That's like my next priority. To get a freaking car over here. Shit, I'd be home right now. I'm just going up the street, Will, to the caves to drop what I have, and then I'm going home for. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'll be going home till after. I can either come back after my doctor's appointment, but I'm gonna be like 10 hours from a 34-hour reset, so I'll just do the reset. No, not really. Not really cold. Not really cold. Oh, you guys want to see? These got to be students right here because they're all in their vests that look brand new. Come on, phone. They're hanging out for the shuttle, I bet. Are you making what you anticipated when you started with Prime? No, I'm making more. I'm making more. I figured, and you got to remember when I was planning on coming to, oh, there's an RST. Holy crap, is that, I wonder if that's Trucker Brown. It's a white Kenworth. Let's see if it's got dreadlocks. No. Okay, it's not Trucker Brown. It's a RST, a white Kenworth, and that's what he's driving. When I was planning on coming to Prime, I was supposed to have 750 less in bills. Plus, I wasn't expecting to have $550 electric bills every month. So luckily I'm making more because I figured about 800 a week take home, and I'm making a couple hundred more than that. Throw a tomato at them. Yeah, I found out originally you couldn't get an Uber or Lyft, but I finally found from using the maps thing, but I went to their apps and you can, but it's I think it's $85 for a Lyft and like $92 I think for an Uber. So yeah, no, that's, you know, $160 some a day, you know, to get there and back. That's no, I can't, that ain't gonna work. Renting a car is just too expensive too. I looked into that for the 4 days I was gonna be here, and it's like $60 a day. You know, take the bus. There's no bus that goes to my You guys are so full of shit. I like it. I like you, Katie. Yes, you're a funny dude. And Will, you prick. Oh man, you guys, I'm not paying attention. Oh yeah, man, buying a yacht, that's just too expensive. Oh yeah, I'm racking in the bucks. I was looking into 3 different companies, but it came down to Prime or Night. I didn't know about Jim Palmer, otherwise they would have been my second choice if Prime didn't take me. But there's no reason Prime shouldn't have took me. My work history since I was 17, I've had 2 different jobs. And I had a clean background, and, you know, I could pass a drug test, no problem. Helicopter nerds. Nerds, what's up, nerds? That is an E, right? Yeah, nerds. The only thing that ever worries me is my eyesight. You guys notice how I got it? You know, I got funky eyesight. Last night on Crazy Bags live, I got to a point where I couldn't even see the lettering anymore from staring at the screen so long. A skateboard. Nah, I used to ride a skateboard home from junior high, man. Oh, you're talking about going to Prime. You know, Prime will give you whatever the bus ticket costs to get here if you go a different route. I flew here, and I think they gave me like $180 or something for the bus ticket once I got hired. Scooter. It's too rainy out here, man. Too rainy for a bike too, Max. It's funny, Will. Fucking nerds unicycle. How about a unicycle while I wear a unitard? Is that what I should do for my thousand subscribers? Yeah, man. CR England was not in the running. That's cool, Terry. Prime's a good place, man. If you're asking me, I grew up in Southern California in the San Fernando Valley. Now I live in Missouri, the outskirts of, well, I live 30 miles basically from Springfield. How you doing, Ralph? Seems Prime turns away a lot of people after they get to Springfield. I still haven't figured that out yet. Well, a lot of people freaking can't pass a drug test. That's one of the things you hear every guy on YouTube that's talking about it is do not come here if you can't pass a drug test or a background check. They're going to find out everything. I mean, if you lie on your application, they're going to find out. And one of the big things too, the application you fill out at home, make sure you fill out when you come here. You're going to do another one. Make sure you fill it out the same way. You don't want to say you worked at this company from this time to this time, come here, and now you say you only worked there this time. They'll kick your ass to the curb. You got to remember, they have so many people coming that they can pick and choose. The money and Prime seemed to, you know, it was a big company, so I knew they'd have freight. That's cool, Noah. Yeah, CR England, man, they're just, I don't know what CRST pays. I wasn't even considering them. Their logo bothers me. Be there on the ends, faith for orientation. Maybe I'll see you here, Noah. I'll be here the 8th through 8, 9, 10, 11, through the 12th, I think, 11th or 12th, whatever Friday is. Failed my drug test and they let me through. Yeah, right, Katie, yes. I slipped in a dollar bill with a bottle and the nurse winked at me. Is that because she's seen your freaking winky or what? On the 7th as well. See you there, Noah. Yeah, maybe I'll see you there too, Terry. Do they run your fingerprints for the background check? No, there was no fingerprinting. Yeah, I've never been fingerprinted for a background check. With my company for the last 18 years, every year I had to get a it was either every year or every 2 years, a background check and a drug test. And no, they just run all your information somehow. Exactly. Your background check's done. It's a piss test you got to worry about. They give 200 hours behind the wheel. Damn. Need 3 to a room, and bathroom is not in the room. Oh, for the drug test, CRST? Yeah, at Salt Lake, 2 people went at a time. One would stand outside the room, one would go in. piss in a bottle, they'd mark everything, you'd sign it, and then the other guy. But they always had one guy outside waiting to go in, so it kept the flow going. For a TWIC card, I never even got a TWIC card. They told me to get it, and I walked in there, and I didn't have my birth certificate with me, so I was like, I'll get it later. And then I was like, they're not making me get it? I ain't spending $125. Yeah, Keith. I asked my fleet manager, what's the point in having that? You know, if you guys, we don't even pull freight from the docks. He said that a lot of shippers like to know that we've had that kind of extensive background check. Okay, when my fleet manager says, man, you're not getting loads because you don't have a TWIC card, then I'll get one. Keep the flow going on the piss test. Oh, that's a good one, yeah. Okay, that keeps the flow going. Prostitution ring running at CRC 2 and 1. Oh, okay. Sharing a room. If you're talking about a medical card, you still get a new one, Kyle. I had my medical card, a 2-year card from California, because I had to get the permit in California. And when I got here, or I got to Salt Lake, they took us all down to do another physical. And then I only got a 1-year card because of being on a CPAP. And I might be a little crazy. So they want to monitor me. But yeah, they want to use their own doctors, which when I was in Salt Lake, no, I won't even go there. Well, I ask is because I have some juvenile charges. I paid for a background check on myself, and it came back with nothing. Well, I'll tell you what. If they come up when Prime does it, they're kicking you out. You're going home. So what you might want to do is call a recruiter anonymously and ask them about that. I don't know how old you are or how old those charges were, but it might be, you know, they might be good with that. So that's what I would do, because otherwise, one of the YouTubers out here did that, and when they got here, Prime found something from 1 billion years ago and kicked them to the curb. Where are you at? I'm in the Springfield terminal. Oh yeah, no. When I get my next truck, I'm actually gonna do a video of the truck while it's empty. I didn't do it with this truck. Number one, Big Dirty, I wasn't doing YouTube yet. I wanted to learn how to drive and everything before I get sidetracked with anything. And then this truck, we were having an ice storm. So it was freaking freezing cold, man. There was no way I was turning on the camera and going outside. This truck was literally covered, and it was sitting in the parking lot for weeks. It was literally covered in about 1 inch of ice. They pay their doctors under the table. Maybe. You'll be on the pad face. Cool, Noah. Hey guys, that just blew your freaking eardrums out. That was my, you know, if I could have slept, that was my wake-up call to get ready to go. Whether over 30 years plus old. The charge 30, yeah, they ain't gonna give a shit about 30-year-old charges. Call from a different phone. Oh, I see what you're telling them to call from a different phone. That's not a bad idea, man. That way, because yeah, they'll know it's you. Because when I called back 2 months later and picked up, and they answered the phone, I just said, yeah, I'm looking to join up with Prime. And he goes, oh, hold on, I see your recruiter's truly. Just because he had my phone number, they have it down so your recruiter gets you. So yeah, I would call from a different phone. I thought you could train at Salt Lake. I thought you can train. Oh no, you can train at Salt Lake. Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Name that tune in 3 notes. I'm going to do a lot of running and water this week, so hopefully I can be there around the same time. There you go. Oh shit, NC's checking in. What's happening, Brandon? Not much, man. I'm just waiting to letting the clock burn up here a little bit so I can go to my 90 and drop this product off and then come back here, eat something because I'm starving. Maybe take a nap because I haven't slept in freaking 3 days. I'm like a tweaker, man. Tweak, 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 tweak. God, man, my eyes all freaking puffy. Yeah, that's the next truck I get. I want to put a mirror in it, man. I have to use my phone like that. I turn the camera on so I can use it as a mirror. It's bullshit. Because when you go to anywhere but Springfield, you get your permit first. Springfield's the only state that requires you to have a Springfield permit. Absolutely, caller ID. Yeah, that's why I asked what kind of drugs, what's in there. That'd be cool. Classes fill up quick. Remember to call 3 weeks in advance. Yeah. My garbage rant was a point. was on point. Yeah, man, whatever. How you doing, bud? I can't stand to see that stuff like that. That irks me so bad. You know, I'd go shooting with my brother-in-law. We'd go up to the mountains where, you know, the locals were shooting stuff and everyone knows. And me and him, we'd take a trash can with us to take all the stuff that we brought to shoot. And we'd literally pick up we'd fill our trash can up. You know, we might have this much in the bottom of the can, but we'd clean up other stuff because they're going to shut it down otherwise. You know, people leave all these busted up propane bottles, shot up propane bottles, TVs and stuff. It's like, no, let's pick this stuff up, man, so they don't close the place down. I checked Schneider, not bad, but I'm thinking in company in the metro to avoid the whole waiting to get picked up to go home to drag waiting around. Yeah, that's why I want to get a freaking car. I have cataract. Shut up, Will. You're another one I'm going to get kicked in the ass when you come here. Oh, wait. Are you this? No, that's a different Will. Yeah, you're not the same Will, are you? No, I think the other Will starts with a T. I'm still waiting to hear back from Knight and Palmer. Otherwise, I will start with Swift tomorrow. All right, Keith. If you got now, remember, I think I don't know if it's still like that, but Swift you got to do 2 years before you're free of them to have them pay your schooling. When I looked into it, how it worked, you had to do 2 years, and each week they deducted money for the training and then give you a little bit of it back. And that way, if you quit, they got that much training out of you, our money back before you quit, where Prime don't take any money. So if you quit and don't pay them, they lost it all. Swift, they don't lose it all. May or may not be that wacky tobacco. Ah, okay. And you know, it sucks because the crap's legal in most freaking states. How long was the hiring process at Prime from applying to being hired? When I applied, I think it was a week they got back to me, and then I went in the next week. So I think it was 2 weeks before I got to Salt Lake and started PSD, or orientation, and then PSD. And then orientation was a week. PSD with training and getting the CDL and everything was about 3 weeks. And then I had my 5,000 or 30,000 miles in like 5 weeks because we were doing 5,000 plus miles every week. But I stayed on the truck for a little while longer. I wanted to stay on through the winter, but we just, it just didn't work out. Yeah, it's freaking gross, man. And it's funny because that video I'm editing the video when I got there that night, and I'm cracking up because I didn't see that at night, but my headlights are reflecting those bags because I was paying attention. I was parallel parking kind of in a spot, and I was paying attention to the truck behind me and the truck in front of me. Didn't notice, but when you watch this video, it should come out later today. If you notice, there's all the trash on the side of the area where I'm parked. I didn't even notice it, man. Didn't even notice it, which I guess I shouldn't have because I was paying attention to driving. Oh, okay, so you are the Will on a kick in the ass. Okay, so you're the Will that I blame for David's lotion. Okay, but are you the same Will that yesterday on Crazy's Bag thread said, "Oh, I came over here from David H's thread because I like you better anyways." Are you that Will, the one gonna get kicked in the ass? Back to it. It's all good if you are. I don't care. I don't take offense to it. You like them better? That's fine. I'm just joking around. I'm not really going to kick you in the ass. I'm going to kick you in the nuts. Oh, okay. You're not. All right. No, because I think the other way, I think his last name started with a T or something like that. He's going to get kicked in the nuts when I see him. I'm going to nut him. But it's all good. I mean, I thought it was funny. I don't know if he was serious or not. If he was being serious, it's kind of not cool, but... Oh, Noah. That's all good, man. It's all good. Oh, it was Lucas. That's right. Yeah, you, Lucas. You're getting nutted, buddy. Right in the nuts. Yeah. But that's okay, man. I still love you. Whoops, what did I just do? No way, KDS. You're lying. I already know your BS, KDS. I already know your BS. You're off the wall. Get a Mercedes. Get a yacht. Get a this. Get a that. Oh, it starts with a what is it? Wilsterman. Lucas Wilsterman. Kind of a cool name. He's leased and avoids the terminal so he can get clean before he goes back. Yeah, but even lease, dude, they can call you at any time, and send you to the closest place to get tested. It's just, it's there. It's not worth it, man. And I guarantee if you get busted like that, you're not going to get a job anywhere. Because that's going on your record, that your trucking career would be over. Wow, KDS. Yeah, and that ain't cool, man. If he's driving on that shit, that ain't cool. You have to get your bed card. Wait, do you have to get your bed card to have your permit? You mean your medical card? Yeah, you got to get a medical card. Exactly, Noah. And I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but the DOT, when you pull into those scale houses, they can bring you back and they can drug test you right there on the spot. I figured, Brian. I know that thumbs screw up all the time, so when I see something typed funny, I try to decipher what it actually said. Exactly. Everyone has their own thing. Because, I bet you a lot of guys come here, and as soon as they get drug tested... right back to it. I would think it would be funny if Prime would drug test you and then a week later drug test you again. I bet you it would weed out 50% of the people. I don't know what a SAP program is a drug test. If you fail a drug test, maybe, well, I don't know what a SAP program is. Yeah, fail. That's what I figured, fail. Yeah, I think if you fail a drug test, you can go to like counseling or something. Okay, substance abuse program. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's right. Exactly. That's one of the big problems, man. It's like my roommate when I was in training. He went home because he didn't pass the drug test, but he wasn't on illegal drugs. They found penicillin in his system. Now, see, guys, they found penicillin in his system that he didn't mark down on his sheet that he was taking. Okay, and they simply asked him, "Well, what's it for?" And he decided not to give him that answer, and he went home. I mean, he told me what it was for, and he was right to go home. Hey, would I've been driving for 24 years. Would I be put on trainer's truck to train the trainer? To train the trainer. Probably, man. Probably. I was thinking about that. It could have been you that contacted me and said, "Hey, man, I already have my CDL. They're only going to make me do TNT training." And he's been driving for a long time. He goes, he's asked if I can train him. I was like, "Ooh, that'd be cool. Have somebody that's already been driving all that time. You wouldn't be crapping yourself." Mr. G, you're going to team with your wife? Hey, man, if you guys can be put in a cage for 24 hours a day, go for it. No, 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 he wasn't lying because um, I forget what he's called. Um, oh, damn. Well, I'm not going to say that. That's probably not confidential or something. But no, I know what it was. I know what it was. It was penicillin. Yeah, because he just split. He was supposed to go talk to I can't remember what he's called, the representative the next day. And he told me, he goes, "I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to just leave," because he didn't want to admit to what he was taking it for. And sure enough, the next morning I woke up and he was gone. And so when I went into class, they asked, "Oh, is so and so coming in?" And I told them, "Well, no, he split." And they called me into the office afterwards to ask me what was going on, and was like, "We don't know why he did that. We were going to try to work with him," and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't know why he was taking it. I did. They just knew what he was taking. Already in a cage. Man, I came out here. I was, married, God, what, 29 years in April. Um, and my wife and I worked together. Weekends we played together. Everything for all these years. Now that I came trucking, man, she's just freaking digging it that I'm gone. Um, I mean, it kind of sucks. It's kind of weird. It's like, what the hell, man? What the hell? You shouldn't be liking this so much. It's 12 o'clock. I still got an hour. So if you take blood pressure medicine and don't put it down, you get sent home. They won't necessarily send you home. They're going to ask you why you're taking it. And at that point, they've already, you went and did your dot physical. So, you should have told them about it. But no, if you're taking it, you need to tell them about it because they can send you home. And depending on how they're feeling, you got to remember, they're big on if you're lying to them, they don't want you, because if you're gonna lie, be late, and can't get to class and all that for because you're oversleeping and stuff, they're gonna kick you out the door. No, KDS, she does not have a man back home, and that's not even funny. Dick. You're something. When are you gonna be on the pad? Are you out there now? I'm gonna go cut your airlines, man. Damn. Oh man. Nah, man. If my wife had a man at home, hey, what you don't know don't hurt you, right? I must do super drug screens, not just a dot test. No, 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 not just a dot test. They actually have you before you do your DOT test. You first day you piss in a bottle because it takes 4 days for them to get the results back. So yeah, it's a super test. Shut up, Will, you dick. You guys are being dicks. You're in TNT. I would not wish that on you, David, my bud. Yeah, you're bad, right? No, yeah, no, I wouldn't wish that on nobody either, man. I wouldn't cut his airlines. No, I wouldn't cut his airlines. Kick him in the nuts, but I wouldn't cut his airlines. Before you even go to Prime, they send you to get a drug test done now. Yeah, I can imagine that because so many people come here and they can't pass a freaking drug test. When I was in Salt Lake, he was telling me that 2-3 people a week seem to go home because they don't pass a drug test. And as a matter of fact, you got the test back on Friday, and on Thursday, he said, okay, anybody here that knows they're not going to pass or thinks they're not going to pass, if you come up to me after class, we'll give you a bus ticket home. He goes, if your test comes in tomorrow and you fail, you're not getting a bus ticket home. You're finding your own way home. Because Prime only gives you a one-way ticket. Look at this nonsense. An old-ass Prime Crete trailer that old Prime truck's pulling. Before you go to Prime, okay, right? Do you know if Prime will take someone if they owe money to another company? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I know some companies won't do that because they're kind of affiliated with each other, or they're I've heard of, okay, you owe Swift money, CR England won't take you. I can almost guarantee, well, yeah, guaranteed Knight won't take you because CR Knight and Swift are now one. But that's a recruiter question. Take your kids away. Take your kids away. So who's taking your kids away? Going to leasing while you're there, set it up to get your own truck. I wouldn't want my own truck. I'm not planning on being over the road forever. I want to stack a bunch of money so I can fix up my house, and then in a year, one of our big bills are going to be paid off. And now that my daughter and her boyfriend moved out, our electric bills dropped to like half. So the bills are going to be coming down. So I think another year over OTR is probably all I'll do. Oh, you don't want kids, KDOS, man. What the hell you want kids for, man? Look at the freaking way the world is. By the time your kid's old enough to freaking be an adult, there ain't going to be no jobs. Everything's going to be automated, and everyone's going to be living like freaking Mad Max days because all these robots are going to be walking around. That's not Mad Max. Who's that? That's all these robots are going to be walking around taking all our jobs. $12, $1, $2. Okay, I can go there anytime now. Oh shit! I gotta 1, 2, 3, 4. Boink. I gotta check my. I think my 8-hour break's up. Let me make sure. Yeah, freaking kids are expensive, man. Expensive. But there's a lot of people who want to have kids. Look at that. The bobtails all get in line because bobtails go right through. There's no inspections. They don't inspect the trucks. They only inspect the trailers. Yeah, kids are screwed in 20 years, man. Big time. Hey, why'd my oh, there it is. I was going to say, why'd my Qualcomm turn off? Getting your nuts chopped as we speak. I had mine done on TV. I had a vasectomy on TV. They filmed it. Nah, I ain't going to the oil fields, man. No way. Next week I'll be in the oil fields. Too much information. It's not like I showed you the scar. There's actually no scar. I don't think so. You guys want to see? Oh, man. Oh, shit. Do some dusting in here, man. I love this thing. That's it. She's clean. No more dust. That's right, Will. Up that dirt. You can have it. I'll keep my nads. Any students in orientation? Here at Springfield, a ton. When I was in Salt Lake, there was 20. It was either 15 or 20.
You have 65 unread messages.
That's right, Noah. That you were going to for the lotion. Oh, no. Let's see. Hours of service. Please tell me
you
I got
have
my
6 hours and 47
yes, thank
minutes
you.
of remaining
I was
drive
worried,
time.
man. I was worried. Okay, I got my hours back. Now that's the 8 hour. I've only been in sleeper berth for 8 hours and 33 minutes. So it gave me back my hours that I didn't use. I'll show you. Yesterday I started with, you know, a full 11-hour clock, a full 14-hour clock, and I drove it down to there, and that's where I shut down last night. But because I went into sleeper for 8 hours, it gives you back where you stopped. See, because this morning in 6 hours, the 14-hour was gone, so you couldn't drive. So after 8 hours, you got your 14-hour back, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But if you don't, you don't. If you were right here, I could show you more and better. My highest paycheck? I don't know. Well, yeah, I do know, but it don't count because it was for a week and a half. I was 3 days before payday. I got a big load going from shoot, I don't know, from like Iowa to Washington, and so it started 3 days in that paycheck and worked its way over to this paycheck. Then I got another nice load, so it was like a week and a half. But I can't remember. It was like $1,600. I think it was like 1,600 net or something like that. But then the week before was like 400. So when you balance it out, it was like $1,000. It was, you know, like $1,000 between those 2 weeks. Because that 4 pay period, that 4 pay period, I think I averaged like $1,100 a week for that one. And you know, the other thing is, guys, I run hard. So there's some guys out here that aren't runners, and they're probably only bringing 700-800 home. I don't dilly-dally around, man. When my 10-hour break is up, well, you guys hear my alarms going off to make sure I'm sitting here waiting to go. When my break's up, boom, I'm out of here. And I'll run as long as I need to run. And then, I do it. I sleep at shippers, receivers, close to where I need to be. Um, I run, man. I learned how to work that clock, and I run. Yeah, no shit, Ralph. Sorry, Lisa. Let me give you a little hug. Don't be mad, Lisa. Don't be mad. It's okay, baby. There. Lisa's a slow bitch, though. She moves between things slowly. Have you gained or lost weight since being OTR? I've stayed the same. As a matter of fact, I put my jeans on today. Every time I go home, I put jeans on because I don't want to look like a freaking slob in sweats or short, or these shitty shorts you buy from Target and Walmart. So I always put my jeans on, and they fit the same every time. And at every truck stop near the bathroom or in the bathroom, they have scales you can put 25 cents in, and I weigh myself all the time, and I'm staying the same. I even stepped on the scale in the terminal there at the truck scale. Can't sleep and make money unless you're a billionaire. Yep. I gained 140 pounds. Shut up. I was scheduled to get gastric bypass before I came here, but I came trucking sooner than I planned, so I had to cancel it. I was getting gastric bypass just because, even though I'm 263 pounds, I'm only 5'8". So my BMI was high, but it was mostly because of the CPAP, the sleep apnea. Usually when you lose weight, you'll get rid of sleep apnea. Not guaranteed, but it's one of the criterias. But I was afraid to get that and then come right out trucking because, you have to eat, you have to go through processes. And I'm like, I don't want to be out here sick. He's a lard ass. You want to see my lard ass? Hit the damn weight room. Stop taking the easy way. The easy way. You probably said easy way. What do you mean the easy way, man? I walked there and back this morning. What the hell are you talking about, easy way? I got a screwed up shoulder. I don't think I could lift weights. When I broke my shoulder, it just never seemed to heal right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Bypass is the easy way. My wife had a bypass done, I think almost 10 years ago. And you guys probably seen her on one of my videos. She's skinny as shit. She took the weight off and left it off. I mean, granted, I thought she was beautiful before, but she wanted to lose weight for her horse. When I met her in 1989, she was a constant dieter up until she had the bypass done like 10 years ago. And she lost weight. She's one of the few that lost it and kept it off. As a matter of fact, though, now that she got sick, now she's losing too much weight. She's having a hard time keeping weight on. Bernardo says, what's up with lotion comment? Did you leave your camera on accidentally while you were handling business and everyone's seen? Just wondering because there's a lot of lotion comments. No, Bernardo, what happened is I was talking about where I put things when I got this truck, and I had hand lotion right up there. And when I was talking about it, I seen it there, so I pointed it out. I went, oh, look at that, and was making a joke about it. But I actually use it for my hands and on my feet, and if my legs are dry, I use it for what it's meant for. I'll be damn right honest with you guys, I couldn't use it for that. it's just I don't like the feel of that stuff, and I couldn't imagine using it downstairs. That's just I just couldn't do it. I mean, that's why when I was up there, I didn't, I didn't even think about it. It's laying all over the place. I didn't even think about, would never even think about doing it because I would freaking get grossed out and it would be all over with. It was horrendous. Yeah, I accidentally left my camera on while I went to town. Did I accidentally leave it on? But hopefully they don't have to dig that thing out of my face. If they do, I'll end up having to grow a beard to cover it because it'll leave a big hole in my face. KY jelly's sticky as hell. I ain't using that stuff either. The old lady has it coming when you get home. Old lady has it coming when you get home. Not quite sure what that means. It almost doesn't make sense. The old lady has it coming when you get home. Oh, I get it. The old lady. Well, why do you guys think I always say, "Ooh, I'm going to go home for a day"? I'm going to Springfield. Why do you guys think I'm always depressed when I'm here for a 10-hour break and I can't get home because I don't have a car? Because she won't come here and come into my truck. she's like, hell no, are you out of your mind? Oh, now I got to delete this. I got to delete this live. It was too much information. Oh man. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I like living so close to the terminal. I just thought you used to be able to take a company truck home, so I didn't think I was going to have a problem with it until they go, no, we changed the rules. Otherwise, man, I'd be home all the time because I'm always, dropping a load here, going over there, near the terminal. A couple weeks ago, I was gonna go up the 60, I think it was, the Jim Jones Freeway. It's not Jim Jones, but it's some religious church thing. And I could have went that way, or I could have went this way and up to 65. This way was 4 miles longer, but I could have done my 10-hour break here and went home. Actually, I could have done a 12-hour break here and went home. It's not a BMI. It's your diameter of your neck. I don't know what it is. You'd have to Google it. They take the diameter of your neck. I got tested because my wife made them test me because I was having major health issues. And she would hear me gasping for air in my sleep, and I would, wake up not being able to breathe, but yet I didn't know I was waking up. The other night, I forgot to put my CPAP on, and I actually woke up. I thought I was going to die, man. I couldn't breathe. But so after the doctors were doing all these tests, and oh, you got this, you got that, and you need to live on oxygen the rest of your life. We finally did a sleep apnea test, and they're like, "Damn, dude, you quit breathing. What was it, 73 or 78 times an hour?" And so they put me on that machine, and the quality of life is 100% different. No, they gave me just in case, but I never used it, and the thing's like $60. I don't really have those kind of episodes unless I freaking don't use my CPAP. But I do, I do feel, I do get out of breath kind of easy. Oklahoma, I go through Oklahoma all the time. Hell, I was just in and out of Oklahoma a million times the last couple weeks. I kept passing back and forth through it. Gosh, it takes forever to change to your clock. It's like, still waiting.
You have 6 hours and 47 minutes of remaining drive time.
1 hour and 14 minutes. 12, 1. Hell, I can get a 10-hour break before I have to deliver this load. I'm not going to. There's no purpose in it since I'm coming back and going home. I used to have sleep apnea, then I had the bypass done, lost weight, and now don't need one. Prime is telling me I need to be retested to be cleared. Yeah, they test really. I don't know what I'm trying to say. They test almost everybody that has a large neck. What are you waiting now? What am I waiting for? Is that what you're saying, Bernardo? I'm just waiting. My load delivers at 2. It's 12:30. I can get there 2 hours ahead of time, so I can leave now. But I don't feel like sitting around waiting for him. But I am gonna leave in a couple minutes here. That's where I just changed my clock over. I gotta run around the truck real quick and just do a quickie pre-trip. Whatever. What's up? The sleep apnea test is done. You go to a sleep study where they put a bunch of things in your sticky shit in your hair to put like those heart monitor things, the sticky things. And then they put the machine on you that tells them what's going on, that monitors your breathing. And you go to sleep for X amount of hours with it like that until they see, okay, he's not breathing. He does need the air pumping in. And then they'll start pumping air into you until you're breathing, until you stop breathing. I'm up at 12, whatever it is. It's not PSI, it's 12 something or else. But yeah, so you just sleep there overnight, and they wake you up in the morning and kick your ass out and tell you you're going to get a call from your doctor because you're about ready to die. But the worst part of that test is that sticky shit they put on the tabs to stick to your hair. If you're bald, they wouldn't need to do it, but that stuff was nasty. I remember when I seen him putting it on, I was like, dude, is there any other way of doing that? Any other way? I mean, it's cool because where I went, they had your own bathroom, you had a shower, whatever you wanted to do. I don't use the ramp up. I never did. I like that thing full blast, man. Hammer me right off the get-go. Kiana, your max is 5.5. Is that what you're maxed out at? Oh, you're driving probably still. You probably voicemailed that to me. Ever hear of anyone not being able to fall asleep? And the sleep apnea test, yeah, I actually took, shoot, what did I take? I took something because I was worried about falling asleep. My wife gave me something to take, and we'll see you later, Johnny. Thanks. Okay, yeah, see, mine's up at 12, Kiana. But yeah, my wife gave me something to sleep just in case. But yeah, they say sometimes people have a hard time falling asleep. You'll eventually fall asleep. It is comfortable. They got a really comfortable bed. It's set up just like a bedroom. It's not set up like a doctor's office, at least where I had it done at. But I had it done privately on my private insurance. It was set up just like a bedroom. They had TV in there. They had exactly like a bedroom and a really comfortable bed. You want me to get it done before I go, so you are saying they test you there. Yeah, from what I understand, you can get tested here because I've heard that they'll take money out of your check each week for the cost of testing or something. Now, they might have changed it because they've changed to where you have to get a drug test first, too. So they might be going, you know what, we're sick of paying for the sleep apnea test, and they got drugs in their system, so we send them home and they never pay us. So they might be changing up the policies here. At 15, yeah, damn. I want mine turned up, man. Okay, you did it at Campus Inn. Yeah, I thought they tested here, but they might not anymore. Who knows? So when you do your 30,000 miles, do they assign you to a random driver or your trainer? Your PSD trainer can do your TNT too. Otherwise, if he doesn't want to do TNT, they'll just assign you another trainer. They still do it, Kiana? Okay. Yeah, so you can get it done here then. Oh, where the hell am I going? No, that's Idaho. Idaho, Idaho. Rest area, Flying J. Why ain't my frick? Oh, there it is. Duh.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
Proceed to the highlighted route. Oh my gosh, this Qualcomm is slow as hell, man. Oh, it just annoys me. I like my old one. It was fast. You're going to get it done here. Okay, let's see. Okay, now you're freaking what? Locked up? What the hell? You're going to be my PSD and TNT trainer, right? Sure, Terry, sure. I don't know. Does your feet stink? That's one thing I'm buying is this really cool foot spray that will knock out the smelliest of smells instantly. Instantly. I had a can of it here, but when I had Big Dirty worked on, it fell in between the bed and they closed the bed on it. And when I came back to Big Dirty, there's a stain all over the cabinet and the can was blown out. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, you have mild, Kiana. Okay, let's see. Crap.
Asking for route.
Lisa. I'm a very clean person, non-smoker, non-drinker. Oh, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Building route.
I mean, I don't care if your feet stink. You're just going to get sprayed.
Drive to route line behind you.
You're going to get
or
sprayed.
route from current location.
And, you know, sometimes I never had smelly feet. When I went out with my freaking, my trainer, I started getting smelly feet because of the lack of showers. Since I've been out on my own, I haven't had any problem with no smelly feet. Oh, yeah, I'm easy to get along with too. I mean, I got along with my trainer, and, you know, he freaking tortured me. Yeah, I'm 2 miles from where I need to go. Now, here's the thing. When you leave this terminal, you're probably smart, Kiana. Not probably, you definitely want to. Set yourself to on duty when you leave. Don't leave yourself off duty and let it switch over automatically. Logs told me that it's not uncommon for DOT to be around the corner and stop you. And I was like, well, you're allowed to do that. You know, you're allowed to, you're allowed to let it switch over on its own. That's the whole thing. And she was like, trust me, you don't want to chance it. Just switch yourself to on duty. It's going to go on duty anyways when you go anyways. And it was, she could have meant because I was going somewhere that was supposed to be 2 miles away and I didn't want it to trip my clock. And it tripped my clock. It was like it was the Freightliner dealership. And I called her to reset it. And she goes, I said, yeah, I just went over the 2. She goes, you shouldn't. She goes, don't do that around here. She goes, DOT will stop you. And if you didn't set your clock, they, you know, even though it's a BS ticket, they can still ride it if they feel like it. Until I broke my ankle in 2 places and had to have my leg amputated. You didn't have your leg amputated, Ralph, did you? No shit. You can still drive with no leg. Actually, you have extra. Shut up, Bernardo. See you guys. All right, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the road too. So I will talk to you guys later. It was fun talking to you. I'm gonna go live tonight from the house. You guys can keep me company in my haunted ass house. I'm gonna be scared as hell when I'm there by myself. I don't think I've ever been there by myself. Yeah, automatic, man. My email is davidathillside@gmail.com. davidathillside@gmail.com. There's a video up that has my email and my all my info. Thanks, Terry. All right, man. We'll see you guys later tonight. Oh, I got to shut off my screaming meanie before it goes off.